Hey guys, today I have an awesome resource for you photographers out there. It is going to help you find the direction and location of one of our primary key lights when we take photographs, and that is the sun. So let's go ahead and go to this online resource. I'm going to show you some quick tips on how to use it. I think you're really going to like it. The name of the resource is called SunCalc. So that's SUNCALC. And you can find it at suncalc.net. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at it. And as you can see, it looks sort of like Google's map with this circular thing and a pin right there. I've centered it on San Diego, California right now. And today is about 5 p.m. in the afternoon here in San Diego. And that's going to come into play, as you'll see in just a little bit. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit right here, just like in Google Maps. And you can see that it's in map form, but I can click over here, and let's go over here off to the corner where it says satellite. And when I click on that, it turns into satellite, which is really nice. So one of the important things when you're taking photographs is to plan ahead and know the direction of the light, the angle of the light, and what time certain things are going to happen, especially when you're dealing with the sun. Let's say you wanted to do a sunrise shot or a sunset shot. You want to know approximately when the sun is setting, and you also know in which direction that's going to be happening. Let's go over here and take a look at a few things. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more in the bay right here. And let's say that right about here is where I'm going to put the little dot. Okay. Now, what you can see is that the sun is currently in the angle right here because it's about 5 p.m. Now, if I were to move this slider, you'll notice that the sun, that little orange bar, moves. So at 7 a.m. this morning, the sun was rising from this side of the bay, San Diego Bay. And as I slide it over here, that's around noon-ish. And then it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and right here is where the sun begins to actually set. There's a little more detail over in the right-hand corner. Let's take a look at it. You see where it goes from a yellow bar to a blue bar to this darker blue bar? That's over here. As you can see that the dawn in San Diego is at 6:18. That's when the sky lights up, at this time of year anyway. And the actual sunrise when it breaks the horizon is at about 6:43 a.m. Then solar noon, which is close to noon, but not exactly, is at 12:40. And then sunset is at 18:36. And of course, that's military time, so you subtract 12, so that's at 6:36. And then dusk, when it actually goes from the sky being lit to getting darker and darker, when you're probably going to want to stop taking photographs, is at 19:01, so that's 7:01 p.m. You can click on this for more detail, and it'll give you a lot more detail, like astronomical twilight, nautical twilight, civil twilight. But basically what you want to pay attention to is the fact that the sun is going to rise at a certain time, it's going to set at a certain time, and you want to be at the right place at the right time. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that means over here as we zoom in a little bit closer onto our little San Diego map here. All right. So let's say that I'm going to move this the little marker here, and let's say you're standing on that point. Well, if you were to be at that point in the morning, the sun's going to be coming from over in this direction. So you're going to get a lot of San Diego Bay over here. But if you were to be in that same point and shoot in the evening, look what happens. The sun is going to be setting from right about over here. That might make a terrific sunset picture because you've got these boats in a harbor. You might get nice silhouettes and things like that. Let's say that you wanted to go even farther out. I'm going to scroll out over here to where we're near the ocean. At this point of land, this is Point Loma. This, by the way, is the area where I proposed to Sandy, is in this general area. But let's say that we click on over here, and you can tell once again that this is where the sun rises on that side of the peninsula, and then it sets over in that direction with it being over the ocean. So that is a terrific tool. And another thing you can do is plan your vacations. So, wait, I want to show you one more thing before we leave this. Take a look at the arc right here and notice how much daylight you have. Well, if you click on this right here where it's the calendar, just click on it, you'll get a calendar. And I'm going to go back to June 21st and watch what happens down below right here as I click on June 21st. Watch what happens to that arc. You got a whole lot more daylight. Did you see that? So here is the amount of time that you have for shooting, and that's a golden hour right about there in the morning, and then it goes way over here. Let's take a look at the same arc on December 21st. See what happens there. And look at that. That's the only daylight hours you have for shooting during the daytime, is right there. And then the sun sets and rises at different positions. So that's a pretty cool thing as well. All right, so let us go back to today, but let's go to a different place. Let's say that we want to go on vacation and find out where we need to be standing in order to get a sunset, a silhouette, or maybe the sun in front of an object. And let's go to Paris, France. And there we are. We're in Paris. Now, one bug that I've noticed in this resource is the times up at the top don't line up. They're still set to our time, so it's not working really well. You'd have to do a little bit of calculations to figure out what time the sun actually rises in Paris, et cetera, et cetera. But let's go ahead and take a look, and let's find the Eiffel Tower, which should be over here next to the river, right about there. Beautiful shots, by the way, you can get from this area because you've got a nice pretty river. There it is. Okay, so there's the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to click on there, and now we're going to put our little sun calculator there. And you will notice that the Eiffel Tower is lit up in the morning over in this direction, and the sun begins to set in this direction. So if you want the sun behind the Eiffel Tower, maybe for a silhouette, or maybe just to light up the sky if you've got some pretty clouds, then you want to be and position yourself over here as the sun is beginning to set. However, if it was a morning time and you wanted to get the front of the Eiffel Tower lit up, then you're going to still want to be in that direction. Or if you wanted a sunrise from the other direction, then you want to place yourself over here. This is a great tool because what you can do is kind of scout out the locations that you're going to set up your camera, set up your position before you even have to be there during that particular sunset or sunrise. Get the best light and figure out and plan everything before you even arrive there. Well, I hope that was helpful for you. Hope these resources are help you take great photographs and help you plan out your trips and get those great sunrise or sunset photos. Hey, for more information, stop by pocketlenses.com. That's where you can learn lots of great tips, tricks, and techniques on how to take great pictures with your mobile phone, compact, or point-and-shoot camera. And subscribe to this YouTube channel. And let me know if there's anything else that you'd like to learn regarding your photography needs. All right, talk to you later.